What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the Pokemarket Lab. Today we are talking Surging Sparks again. We're going to do a little bit of a brief market update here and talk, should you buy or should you wait with these elevated prices? So let's get into it. So yeah, we are talking some pretty elevated prices pre-release here. I can't remember any recent time where we've seen prices this elevated here. Average daily sales of 22 boxes a day. $132 market price, and you can see here the volume's just going up. So now obviously not every reseller on TCG Player is listed right now, so any individual like you or I that just likes to sell on TCG Player, we can't sell until the release date of November 8th here. So while yes, the market depth here is not massive, come release day, there is going to be a ton more product released to the market on TCG Player here. So that we may not just see this keep rising. We may see this start to level off, but the demand is such that we may not see a massive depreciation in price here. Now, I've talked before about demand. What we see in TCG Player is not representative of all demand, right? There are people who are actively making the decision right now, I'm not going to pay these elevated prices. I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait and see if I can get cheaper prices. Now, we all have price memory of $100 booster boxes, right? There are still sets in the Scarlet and Violet era you can get for $100 or less, right? So everyone has that kind of line in the sand in their heads. So there's plenty of demand that's waiting in the wings right now that will gobble up cheaper prices should we ever see those. However, I think it's unlikely we're ever going to see $100 again on this box, regardless of reprints down the line. Let's do a little bit of a comparison with Twilight Masquerade here. And Twilight's been out since May, and so we have quite a bit of price data here. And we can see total sold boxes of over 6,000 here. Average daily sales still pretty high, 17, compared to Surging Sparks is 22. And we saw, you can see right here, this dip right here, right before we start to see this elevation. This is right before release. So that's when the full, set was released and people started kind of gobbling up boxes. And we haven't, as you can see here, we have not seen any kind of meaningful retrace on price here, and probably won't. We still only have 31 listings here, 250 boxes available on TCG Player. So unless we see a massive reprint here, it's doubtful we're ever going to see that retrace. And there's no reason to think that Surging Sparks, unless it was double, triple reprinted, triple printed, there's no reason to think that that's going to be any different. Everyone thinks that just because the Pokemon Company does a reprint on a box, on a set, that we're going to experience some kind of massive depreciation in price, really, right? There's two sides of the equation here. You have the demand side and the supply side, right? If you have people waiting for product in the demand side and prices depreciate, you're going to see more people come into the market and gobble some of those boxes up. We saw that recently on Paldea Evolved, right? We had what was called a reprint. A decent number of boxes came to market, and the price barely budged whatsoever, right? It's because there's plenty of demand for it. And this is probably going to be true of Surging Sparks. They will absolutely reprint this set sometime down the line, right? They're not going to leave that much money on the table. They're going to reprint booster boxes most likely. But I think the market will absolutely absorb it. So let's ask ourselves some questions here to decide if if it's still a good opportunity to pick up booster boxes right now, right? So we have to think that, again, if we see a reprint in the future, we're unlikely to see a big retrace on pricing, right? So this could be a situation where, yes, we don't want to chase prices. However, we may be priced out if we hold ourselves to that, that thesis of, hey, I don't want to keep chasing pricing. There's still some good deals to be had. Boxes can still be had for about 120 right now, which is less than what we're seeing on TCG Player, and still below MSRP, right? So I think, yes, if you haven't secured a position in Surging Sparks, it may be a good opportunity to pick up a box or two, but just be careful. Yes, we're going to see this is going to be a hot box. Yeah, it could hit 200. It is possible to hit 200 before we see a reprint. But do not go chasing this, because Pokemon Company could easily pull a rug pull and say, whoop, hey guys, we triple quad printed this knowing it was crazy, and dump a ton on the market, right? So be very, very, very careful. This is at the end of the day, this is printed cardboard. We do not want to go chasing things crazy, okay? Pick up a booster box or two, Pick up a couple ETBs to open. That's the way you should be cracking them. Don't crack booster boxes, right? But we're just, if you're going to wait, if you're going to say, hey, I like this product, but I'm priced out right now. If you're expecting to hit that $100 booster box again, it's not going to happen. I'm sorry. It's not going to happen. We have this price memory right now of $100 booster boxes. You've easily been able to wait for any set in Scarlet and Violet era to come out, get booster boxes for $100 at, on TikTok, even, online retailers. And that's just not happening right now. And with the amount of focus and money coming into Scarlet and Violet sets now, we may not see that again. You may have to change your approach to how you're purchasing booster boxes. You may need to pre-order to secure good prices in the future, lest you get, priced out again. So that's kind of our quick update in Surging Sparks. Again, be careful out there. Don't go crazy. At the end of the day, it's just printing cardboard here. But, have fun. Allocate money, extra money that you have. And that's it. So let me know in the comment section what you think, what your thoughts are, and we'll see you on the next one.